Most of Australia's top men have competed in this year's New South Wales Men's Open Squash Championship. And the finalists are two of our outstanding young players, Chris Dittmar from South Australia and Tristan Nancarrow from Queensland. Young but very experienced. My co-commentator is also very experienced, Ken Hisco, former Australian and British men's champion. Ken, this should be a great game.
Well, it will be a good game, John. I think that, as you said, both these players are young but very experienced, and I think that Chris Dittmar last year got into the number 8th ranking in the world, and that was based basically, John, by being the finalist in the World Open last year. Lost in Munich in November to Jahangir Khan, and that was a tremendous performance there. Tristan Nancarrow's always had a tremendous amount of ability. Perhaps he's been his own worst enemy on many occasions, but I think he's got his chance today to take this major title. I would lean towards Dittmar basically through his toughness, I feel, and but I do feel it's a very, very even game.
Chris Dittmar was the number 1 seed for this tournament, and Tristan Nancarrow was seeded number 4. And here they are in the final of the New South Wales Open Championship. Chris Dittmar was the number 1 seed for this championship. Chris, the left-hander, is from South Australia, and on his way to this final he had wins over Brett Martin of Queensland, Greg Middleton of New South Wales, and in the semi-final Ian Yates of New South Wales, who was the number 3 seed. Chris Dittmar played in the final of the World Championship last year against the great Jahangir Khan. His opponent, Tristan Nancarrow from Queensland, was seeded number 4 from this in this tournament, and he eliminated the number 2 seed, Ray Ollier of New South Wales, in the semi-final. In other matches, he had wins over Chris Haynes of New South Wales, Ken Seeley of New South Wales, and Lionel Roberge, also of New South Wales. Should be a very interesting final, Ken.
Very interesting, John. I feel that on his best form, Dittmar would win this match, but he has had a hamstring injury for a period of time. That was following on his great performance in that World Open last November. He just seems to be struggling a little bit. Struggled against Greg Middleton and struggled against Ian Yates in this tournament. Plays a lot of shots, Chris. He's got up to number 8 ranking in the world on the latest players ranking computer points. His opponent, Tristan Nancarrow, has always had tremendous amount of ability. Perhaps he's always been his own worst enemy, but I think it might bring the best out of him in this match. It's his most important match in his whole career, this match here today, and I think he's definitely in there with a chance.
Nancarrow, of course, is a famous name in Australian squash, isn't it? Cam Nancarrow, Chris's stepfather,
yeah, Tristan
has been a great player.
Yeah, sure, he was one of the greats, and but you know, this boy has always had a lot of ability. So I really think it's going to be a fairly tight match.
Well, the game is now being announced by the marker. The marker there is Ross Adams, and to his left is the referee, Graham Corduroy.
Graham Corduroy, John, would be the most experienced referee in New South Wales.
Well, Graham Corduroy took a game from Tristan Nancarrow in one of his earlier matches when Chris was doing a little bit of arguing with the referee. Graham Corduroy called game, and from then on, I believe there was no trouble at all.
Well, that's right, John. I think that the referees have to remain firm, and you just can't let the players get over you, even though that you know, at times, obviously, you will be upset at their decisions.
Well, the racket has been tossed. First out onto the court for the match is Tristan Nancarrow, formerly from New South Wales, now residing in Queensland. As mentioned, seeded number 4 for this New South Wales Open Men's Championship. So he's done very well indeed to reach the final, having eliminated the number 2 seed, Ray Ollier. Very good win indeed for this young man.
Yeah, that was a good win because, you know, Ollie is a tough player to beat. He's, you know, never been a champion, but he's always a good guideline. And, you know, if you can beat Roy Ollie, you know you've been on the court.
Well, we're awaiting the arrival of the number 1 seed, Chris Dittmar, who, by the way, is ranked number 2 in Australian squash, behind Dean Williams of Western Australia. And here's Dittmar coming onto the court now.
Both players, John, like to play shots, so we should see some really good shot making in this game.
And it's going to be
Nankara to serve.
Tristan Nankara to serve the first game. Best of 5 games final. Both of these young men, as you can see, hit the ball extremely hard. They have a lot of power.
Yeah, Dittmar's a very hard hitter of the ball. A lot of power in his forehand.
They seem to cover the court so effortlessly, don't they?
Yeah, good movers.
Yes, let. Yes, let. Love all.
It's just so important in modern day squash today, John, the training techniques. If you're not a fluent mover, you're really behind the 8 ball today.
Out. And out, love all.
An error from Nankara. And Dittmar now will serve. Love all. Very strong looking lad, Chris Dittmar, isn't he?
Very strong boy.
And out. Love all.
Nice little reverse boast there from Nankara.
Dittmar's whole family has been good sportsmen. His father was a first-grade Australian rules player in Adelaide, and one of his uncles was Len Dittmar, who was an Australian middleweight boxing champion.
One love.
So, first point of this men's final to Tristan Nankara. Oh, yes.
2 love.
Wrong footing his opponent. Another point to Nankara.
Down.
Very
And out.
tight shot, right on the wall, giving Nankara very little chance of digging that one out.
Down. 1-2. Left block.
And that's Dittmar's first point of the final, 1-2.
Yes, let. Yes, let. 1-2.
Path to the ball, blocked then by his opponent, and Caro asking for the left. Oh, yes. Well played.
Hand out. 2-1. Ball.
The fault was called, but Dittmar elected to play the shot.
Ball's down. Down. Hand out. 1-2.
Ball in the front court, Dittmar appealing against it, and the referee saying that the ball was a second bounce by Nankara.
Very good boast.
Hand out 2-1.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 2-1.
Ken didn't have a clear shot at that ball.
No, that was a let ball.
Out. 3-1.
Just seems a little bit reluctant to go to the front of the court, Chris, at this stage. He's
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 3-1. Four, 1.
Dittmar very unhappy about that error.
It's just very important in the early stages of these games not to make too many unforced errors. Yeah, you go away to something like the 4-1 lead now, nearly half the game, and I think that's why Chris wasn't too happy.
And out 1-4. Halt. And out. And out 4-1.
It's been a good start by Tristan Nancaro. 4-1 in the first game.
Count. 5-1.
Unforced error from three-quarter court.
Stroke, Dittmar.
Stroke Dittmar. Hand out.
Stroke
1-5.
against Nancaro on that occasion.
The referee ruling then that he felt that Dittmar could have played a winning shot. Nancaro played the loose shot and then went to the middle of the court and stopped him from taking his swing.
Down. Hand out. 5-1.
So it's Tristan Nancaro serving. First game. And he leads 5-1.
It was a nice boast.
And out 1-5.
It's a very confident start by Nancaro. He's going for his shots.
Oh, yes.
Out.
Well played.
Now 5-1. Down.
That was a good rally. Some good
And out 1-5.
some good angle shots in the front of the court then.
Oh, it's well
Nice
played by
play.
Dittmar.
2-5.
2-5. First game, Dittmar serving.
Down. 3-5.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 3-5.
And then Caro says it was a nick, but it did seem to sit up a little.
Right box.
Yeah, I would have perhaps not played a let then. I think perhaps it was too good a shot.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 3-5.
And Caro calling the ball not up then. Dittmar getting back into, edging back in here, 4-5. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah. Nice drop shot, got the nick.
And Caro's let a good lead slip away here. A lot of movement in this match. They're really making the ball move.
6-5.
So Dittmar hits the front. From 1-5 down, he's gone to a lead of 6-5.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 6-5.
Chris Dittmar's former world junior champion. One of the long list of world junior champions that we've produced.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 6-5.
Only just recently, Chris Robinson from Queensland won the World Junior Championship in Calgary, Canada.
Stroke, Dittmar.
Stroke Dittmar. 7-5.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Great shot.
And out 5-7.
5-7. Nan Caro serving.
Down.
Oh, he's missed that one badly.
6-7.
Good
And
delay.
out.
Dittmar
7-6.
holding his shot then and pulling it across court.
Down. And out. 6-7.
Nan Caro serving again. 6-7. First game.
Oh, that's good play.
And out 7-6.
Two very good volleys there from Dittmar. Very sharp.
And out.
He's unable to pick that one off the
6-7.
wall.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 6-7.
Had a good opportunity then, Nankara. Couldn't kill the volley. Ah, that's a nice shot by Chris.
Beautiful shot.
And out 7-6.
Ditmar's movements on the court, Ken, are very economical, aren't they?
Yeah, he's a good percentage player, John. He's got an exceptionally long reach. He doesn't look as if he has, but he just waited on that ball then and thought maybe he couldn't have reached it, and then he hit a winner off it.
And out 6-7.
I've seen him play a lot of matches over the years, and I think he's one of the fairest players on the circuit, Chris. He's never really argues or gets too upset.
Down and out 7-6.
7-6, Chris Dittmar, the number 1 seed, serving. First game of this best of 5 games final.
Nice delay on his shots from the front court area,
And
Chris.
out 6-7.
Well, we can't get away from this 6-7 situation.
No.
6-7, 7-6.
It's always nice to get that first game in too, John.
Yes.
Down. You get a play. And out 7-6. Down.
That's a bad error off the
8-6.
service.
Yes,
ball.
and it gives Dittmar a game ball at 8-6.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 8-6 game ball.
They just had to get tangled up there, Ken. Playing those little drop shots into that forehand corner.
Yeah, that was a correct decision by the referee then. That's a good shot by Tristan, good pick-up. There's that one down the wall again.
And that's the game.
9-6.
The game to Chris Dittmar at 9-6.
Well, I think, John, that Tristan got away to a good start then. I just feel that he has to pick his length up. It's not a game that he likes playing. He likes to keep going for his shots all the time, but I don't feel that he can beat Dittmar in the front court area. I feel that he has to get Dittmar behind him before he takes him to the front of the court.
Well, here's that last point again. And Dittmar had come from, what was it, 1-4 down or 1-5 down?
1-5 down.
To hold the game ball here at 8-6. Dittmar controlling the front there in this rally. And forcing that error from his opponent. Second game of the men's final. The server is Chris Dittmar of South Australia, the left-hander. And that's a stroke. The ball not being cleared by Nankara. So it's 1-love in the second game to Dittmar. And that's 2-love. Chris Dittmar leading. 1 game to love and 2-love in the second.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. Too low.
Graham Corduroy, the referee, with a big smile on his face there for some reason. And he, of course, was the man who took the game away from Tristan Nancaro in an earlier match when Nancaro was doing some arguing.
Down and out. Love 2.
Nancaro to serve now, trailing Love 2 in the second game. Dittmar having won the first. And an unforced error from Nancaro gives the serve back to Dittmar.
No let.
No let and out. Love 2.
Nancaro finding the nick that time.
Found the nick that time. That's a good drop shot.
1-2.
Well, Dittmar seemed to be in all sorts of trouble at one point in that rally.
Yeah, well, yeah, Tristan must play more discipline. He must get that ball behind him. It won't be Dittmar fiddling around in the front of the court area. That's a good shot.
1-2.
1-2 in the second game. Oh, what a good shot.
2-1.
Two very good drop shots, one from each player.
2-1. Dittmar serving with a game in, 9-6.
Stroke Dittmar.
Stroke Dittmar.
Yes.
3-1.
Nancaro not clearing the ball. Yes, lovely reverse post there from Dittmar.
4-1.
And he leads 4-1 in the second game.
There's that wrist of Dittmar's turning the ball.
Oh. Down and out. 1-4.
Well, that was a very careless sort of a
Careless, very careless rally then.
Down and out. 4-1.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 4-1.
Play on, please. Play on, please.
Well, I don't think it'd be very wise for young Tristan Nancaro to lose his cool at this stage. He's trailing, he's down a game, he's down in the second game, and he needs all his composure, I think.
He does, John. You know, he's got the ability and he's got the shots to do it, but you've got to have that mental capacity also. He's just letting this match slip away at the moment. That's a good shot.
And out 1-5.
1-5 now. Nancarrow to serve.
Dittmar's not getting involved in extra talk or anything. He's keeping right out of it. That's a good shot. Found the
Yeah,
neck.
And
very
out
good shot.
5-1.
He's got a nice front court game, Chris.
Please.
Yes, let.
Yes, let 5-1.
Yes, let.
Well, Dittmar querying that one.
Play on, please.
The ball was in the back court. But the referee has decided.
Six, 1.
6-1. Dittmar leading. 1 game in and 6-1 in the second.
Good pickup.
And out 1-6.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know what sort of a shot you call that, Ken.
And out to 6-1.
There must have been about 4 or 5 attempts to hit the niche in that rally.
7.
Another error off the service.
7-1. Dittmar looking good at this stage. 1 game in and 7-1 in the second.
Yes, let.
Yes, let 7-1.
Ah, 3 wall both sent by Dittmar, finding the nick.
And it gives him game ball. 8-1 in the second with 1 game in at 9-6.
Very good pickup.
It was because Dittmar appeared to get the nick with that one.
Yeah.
And out 8-1 game ball.
Game ball again to Dittmar.
Down. Hand out 1-8.
Again the ball finding the nick, which is where the wall meets the floor, of course. That corner, and when the ball hits there, it's usually the end of the rally.
Really did. Picked up some good balls, Tristan. Nice shot.
1 out. 8-1 game ball.
So once again, it's game ball to Chris Dittmar.
That's game.
9-1.
Fine play by Chris Dittmar, and he leads by 2 games to love, 9-6, 9-1.
Well, I feel that, I thought Tristan Nancarrow had his best opportunity ever here to win a major title, and I just feel that he's letting the game slip. He just must get some discipline in his play, and if he doesn't, well, I think it's just going to roll on the same way as it is at the moment. But his touch is good today.
Love all.
3rd game now of this best of 5 games final between Chris Dittmar and Tristan Nancarrow, as Dittmar serving, leading by 2 games to love. 9-6, 9-1.
1 love.
Oh, that's a bad mistake. Very bad error. Careless shot from
Careless shot
Dan
there.
Barrow.
First point of the game.
Oh, that's a good shot.
And out.
He disguised that
One.
one nicely.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. Love 1.
Oh, that'll be
And
a
out.
stroke.
1 love.
One love.
You couldn't
Dittmar
argue about
serving.
that one, John. Oh, that's a good shot.
And out. Love 1. And out. 1 love.
One love. Dittmar serving. And that's 2 love. Dittmar at the moment seems to be in complete control of this final.
Complete control at the moment.
Oh, that's down.
And out. Love 2.
Oh, it's
yes.
a nice shot.
That one finding the nick beautifully.
I don't think Christian could complain about that shot. It was an absolutely perfect shot. Good return.
Love 2. Down. And out.
How do you ask for that there when the kid's in the
2 love.
Tristan feeling he should have had a let on that one. But it's hand out and 2 love.
Yeah, good shot.
And out. Love 2.
It's a nice drop shot by Nankaro, finding the nick.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. Love 2.
Play let, please. Yes, let. Play on, please.
Dittmar looking for the stroke then.
Well, I would incline to agree with
Yes.
Chris then. I thought that was a stroke. Very difficult job, John, being the referee here.
1, 2.
No let.
No let on that one.
Oh. Down. 2
2 all.
Good
And
length.
out. 2 all.
Two all in the third game.
Good length again.
Fine play by Dittmar.
3-2.
And it's 3-2. Dittmar leading by 2 games to love and 3-2 in the third.
And out.
Nine shot.
2-3. Down and out. 3-2.
Unforced error again from Tristan. There's too many errors.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 3-2.
Yeah, Dittmar wanting the stroke again, I think. The referee calling let.
That's good play. Open the court up with the boast and then finish it off with a perfect volley.
Out. 5-2.
So that's 5-2. Dittmar well on his way to winning this title in straight games, leading 9-6, 9-1, 5-2. Chris Dittmar, who played in the final of the World Championship last year against Jahangir
Yes,
Khan.
Yes, let. 5-2.
Former winner of the World Junior Championship.
It's a nice shot.
Fine shot.
6-2.
So it's 6-2 to Chris Dittmar.
And out.
A repeat shot.
2-6.
Nice little angle shot on the front corner. Nice shot.
6-2.
Right into the neck.
Down. 7-2.
Seven 2. Dittmar within 2 points now of winning this title. And he's within 1 point. That's
8-2.
match ball.
Match ball.
Chris Dittmar, match ball.
Down.
Oh, and that
and
one's
out.
down.
2-8.
So Tristan Nancaro still lives for the moment.
Only just, John. He is serving at 2-8.
Up and
Yes,
out.
great shot again from Dittmar, finding the neck, and he has another match ball. And that's it.
Lovely shot.
Chris
Lovely
Dittmar
shot.
wins it in straight games. Chris Dittmar of South Australia becomes the New South Wales Open Men's Champion with a straight games win over Tristan Nancaro of Queensland, 9-6, 9-1, 9-2. How did you feel at 5-1 down in the first game?
Not too good, but you've got to be confident. You know, I just thought I'd sort of slow down a bit, try and get some better length, and then get back into it, start from there, and it sort of paid off.
What's your next major tournament, Chris?
Right, tonight I fly down to Melbourne, and starting in the morning we've got the Victorian Open, and I play that all week, and then we've got the South Australian Open, so I'll be back home to Adelaide to try and have a win if I can.
Well, we wish you well and congratulations on winning the New South Wales title.
Thanks very much, John.
And in the women's final, which we showed you last week, Susan Devoy of New Zealand defeated Vicky Cardwell.